Okay, ready?
Welcome to Bali! Screws! So this is our house behind us. We've only got about a week left here. So we thought we'd do a little house tour. Alright, how long have we been living here?
1 tahun.
Alright, so right next door we have Snow White's dark evil forest. This is where all the little critters live. And they like to come over and take a vacation in our home. So what kind of visitors do we get over here?
We've had monitor lizards, geckos, lots of mozzies or mosquitoes.
Frogs, snakes, spiders.
Yeah. Oh, lots of spiders.
So they do come over here and cut this down every couple of months, but it grows back really fast. And they don't remove it, they just kind of leave it here. It's all piled up. This is also a popular place to litter. So much litter. This is our neighborhood. It's actually pretty nice. We have gated security. They patrol every couple of hours. And we have a couple of neighbors across the street, a Japanese lady and an Australian. They're both very sweet with very loud dogs that bark all night. So over here on the left of the house, we have our little pride and joy, the water pump, and the electric meter. So this little guy is our #1 headache at the moment. It pumps up water from a tank underground, and when that tank runs out, you just have to wait. So if we take a shower, it usually lasts just long enough to soap up and shampoo your head, and then it runs out, and you have to wait about 15 minutes for it to come back on. It keeps breaking, and when it breaks, we get no running water. We have somebody come out and repair it maybe once a month, and it's also noisy. It's right next to our bedroom through that wall, so we hear it all night. It's very irritating. It's also electric, so it's one of the only ways to shut it up is to come out here at night, unplug it, come back in the morning and plug it back in. And we have frequent power outages, so when there's no power, there's no water. Missing screws! The way this works is when that number gets down to around 20, it starts beeping, which means it's time to refill it. They give you this little token, which you have with your bank account. So you have to log on, enter the amount you want to put on. It gives you a code, you put the code in here, this gives you a code, you put it back on the website, and that gives you like this 20.
Now let's take a look inside. That was a really stupid voice. I did not like that. Okay.
Alright, let's take a look inside.
Welcome.
Hello, poop head. Missing screws! Here's the view when you first walk in. So we can see the interesting layout here where we have the kitchen and living room. It is wide open with a little plunge pool. So the dining room table is normally over here underneath that light, but it's just too hot at night, so if we want to eat out here, we put it right underneath the fan. But even after a while, that was still too hot, so we started just eating in the bedroom. And there's a wall out here, but there's no ceiling on both sides. It's just kind of this plastic cover or plastic awning. So it's very interesting, tropical feeling. Looks like a vacation home. Hey, we got in the entryway one of our Bali paintings that we bought when we first got here. Got this in the Ubud market. It was about 500,000, which is about $35. A little entryway here. You'll see the door handle is broken from the inside. So how's the pool, Irina? So you can get a kind of a feel for the size of the pool. It's actually pretty big, and it was really nice when we got here.
And now it's just like all the other Olympic venues. You've got leaves blowing in the wind.
Yeah, it was nice for a few months, but then it started leaking, and so if you filled it up to the top, then you come out the next morning, it would be down below the seat level. So landlord didn't want to fix it again, so we quit filling it up. So you kind of see outside on the side here, it's kind of an open ceiling. We'd have a lot of cats drop in here at night and flounder around these rocks, and we'd have no idea what was out here. So it was always scary to open the door.
Terrifying.
Snakes will come over here, and anything that wants to crawl over can. This little barbed wire does nothing for the critters. This is a plastic top, so when it rains, it sounds like a bucket of marbles just pouring over the ceiling. And then over here, it's the same idea. Just kind of an open top with a little bit of barbed wire. And of course, the neighbors can see us when they're up there having a smoke or a coffee. So the kitchen is actually pretty new. It was remodeled before we got here, so it looks not too bad. And if you go over here, we can see the size of the refrigerator. It's actually pretty short. It's like a little mini fridge, but it gets the job done. All right, and then from the entryway, you can see when you just go to your right, there's the guest bedroom. Nicely done, my sidekick. Here's our guest bed. We don't leave the sheets on because, why do we not leave the sheets on?
Because geckos poop on it.
But also we have a major termite problem.
Like,
Oh dear. Yeah. So all that wood up there is pretty much hollow. And after a few days, this bed is just covered in wood pellets. Our cleaning lady just cleaned it off yesterday, so there's nothing there, but I'll splice in a clip of what it looks like when it's full of termite pellets. And here's our guest bathroom. This is the nicer bathroom in the house, so we actually come over here and use the shower because it's a little bit separated from the toilet area. Although it does splash quite a bit of water over, but it's much better than our other bathroom. So Irina put a bottle of shampoo on top of the drain because sometimes in the morning when we come out here, this is removed completely. We think something lives in there and comes out at night. See this little part here, which is where the shower head used to go, but it broke. So it took us a while to get someone to come over here and install this little guy. And where did they get the screws to install it? Missing screws. From here. We do put up mosquito nettings where it's open to the outdoors, over here and over here. But it doesn't do much. We still get quite a bit of mosquitoes. And geckos. We've also got this little sound box that makes a frequency noise that's supposed to keep the mosquitoes away, but I don't think it works either. This up here is how we get hot water for the shower. So when those little lights run out, we're out of hot water. It used to last about 10 or 15 minutes, but now it only lasts maybe 2 minutes. It runs down really quickly. And of course, as we said, we run out of water really fast too, so you have to take lightning quick showers. So this is our toilet in the guest room. It's a newer one, so it's got this nice little feature where you can pull this lever on the side and you'll get a nice little surprise. Here it goes. So let's check out the master bedroom. How'd you get there? This is where we spend most of our time since it's too hot to be out there.
All of our time.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
We have our dinners right here on this little end table thing and just sit there and watch TV while we eat. We pretty much never leave this room. Anything exciting about your side?
Well, the housekeeper brought me flowers. They smell really nice.
Here's my side over here. I got my laptop and Kindle. Some of my toys from Japan. I picked up this sweet cow skull carving. And you'll see these all over Bali. They're about 1,500,000, which is maybe $100, a little more than $100 US. And they're super cool. The only problem is you can't bring it back to the States because you can't bring animal products in. So I can't take it with me when I go. And here's the second painting we got in the Ubud marketplace. We have little critters that live up in the ceiling. We think it's a cat chasing mice. We're not sure, but we hear it through the night. We have seen little mouse noses poke out of their hole up here in this corner. Alright, let's check out the master bathroom. It's a beautiful natural yellow. Here my dad likes to say you can do the 3 S's. Poop, shower, and shave. So here's how this hot water works, and it's much older than the other one. It's actually gas powered, and when you turn the knob, When you turn the nozzle to hot, a little pilot light ignites and you get hot water for about, I don't know, 5 or 10 seconds, and then it turns off and you have to turn the nozzle back to cold and then back to hot again. But after a while the water started smelling like rotten eggs. So it was really gross, so we just quit using it altogether. Plus it makes the floor wet. So when you have to come in here and use the bathroom at night, it's kind of gross to sit with your feet in wet puddles. Poop smells. So what are some of the things you really like about living here?
Food is awesome. Diving's amazing. Beautiful. Getting around on a boat.
Poop heads in Bali.